Hi everyone, this is Ravelyn M. Whistler, owner, designer, and creator of Handmade with Love, where we create and do things out of love. If this is your first time hanging out with me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you will get notified when I upload new videos. If you already subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you very much and please share my videos. So in this video, I would like to show you how I made this beautiful coral flower wreath. So let's get started. So this is my wreath form and there are 18 zip ties that I put all around on the first outer holes of my plastic wreath board. This wreath board is about 15.5 inches in diameter. And so the first thing that I do is I usually preload all the zip ties. So the second layer, the second round of zip ties will be attached to the third round of holes. So I skip one round, and so look at the back. This is how it looks like. Now this is my mesh. So I use 2 rolls of mesh, and this is called the Poly Burlap Mesh. And so the wooden, this is a wooden paper towel. I put my mesh on there. This is a genius idea. So what I do is I'm about to cut my mesh. So 10 inches by 10 inch square of mesh. And I use my wood burning tool to cut my mesh about 10 inches. And I have the cutting mat under the tempered glass, and so I could see through my cutting mat while I am cutting my mesh. So it is called Poly Burlap Mesh, and this is 10 inches square, 10 inch by 10 inch square of poly burlap mesh. So the next thing that you will do is you fold the mesh, the square of mesh, into half, and then put the clip at the end so the tips will be even, and then find the middle of your mesh and then gather all the edges and pinch it, and make sure you'll pinch it really good. And then for the meantime, you use a rubber band. I use rubber band, but whatever works for you, but this is how it looks like. So you will repeat the same process. Fold the poly burlap mesh in half diagonally, and then put the clip at the end of your, or at the tip of your burlap, and then you gather the edges and use rubber band to hold the edge together so it would look like this. And you will do the same thing over and over. So you will fold it in half, and then you gather the edges in the middle, and you will use rubber band to hold it together so it will not come undone. And there it is. Repeat the same thing over and over. Fold the burlap in the middle diagonally and gather the edges. And so here's the rubber band and the clip, and so I'm showing you the steps on how you do the burlap that looks like petals, and then there it is. So now you will have a bunch of this, and the same thing over and over. You'll have to do all of your petals first until you will make like 39 petals. So for the first round of petals, you will need 18 petals for the 18 zip ties. Then the second round will be 9 petals and 9 zip ties, and then 6 petals, 6 zip ties, and 6 zip ties and 6 petals. So total of 39. So right here, this is the first round of our circle. So this is how we do it. We will pinch the burlap really good so it will go through our preloaded zip ties. And I use a tool to pull the zip ties so that it will be easier on your hand. So you're gonna do the first round of petals. You're gonna do the first round of preloaded zip ties. There are 18 zip ties on the first round of circles, and so you will do, or you will put 18 petals all together on your first round, and this is how it looks. So it looks very tacky for now. You could see the excess zip ties, and you just have to keep going. Load all the, or fasten all the petals. 18 petals all together on your first round of circle. And you will keep going, and you will try to overlap the petals, as you can see. And there it is. So after you load the first round, you're gonna cut your extra zip ties before you will go to your next round. So there, you're gonna cut it and make sure that it's not popping out when you put your other petals. So now I usually put a little bit of glue just to secure my petals, and that's how I do it. Just a little bit of glue. Alright, so now we are going to do the second round of circles. So actually, this you are going to skip one round of circles, and you're going to go to the third row of circles when you put your next round of petals. So in this circle, you will be putting 9 petals all together, and make sure you try to fix it before you will do the next layer. So now we're cutting the zip ties, and then we're putting glue on our mesh. So we are gonna start now with the third round. This time you can see I am using green zip ties because you will need a little bit longer zip tie here. So in this round, you will need 6 petals, 6 zip ties, and it's easier to work on now because the zip ties are longer. So after you do that, you're just going to cut the excess. Then again, put a little bit of glue on the end of your or the tip of your mesh. So now we're going to work on the last layer. Again, you will need 6 petals on these last layers, which called for 6 zip ties. And again, you're going to cut the excess when you are done. So this is how it looks like. And of course, you want to put some glue. And now I'm going to use some flowers in a foam to put something in the center of my wreath. So I use this round one foam, and then this is just an excess extra of my poly burlap, so I'm gonna turn it into a little rose. So I'm gonna put it in the center of my flower wreath. Now I am poking holes on my foam so I could put some flowers on the side where the holes are. So first I'll put my center, and then there it is. I'm just gonna put or use hot glue to glue all my flowers. And this is the center of my flower wreath. So you can put whatever center you like, but this is how I came up with because this is what is available in my materials. So I used some coral flowers on the side, and then put the poly burlap mesh in the middle, and there it is. Isn't that beautiful? So what do you think of this floral flower? Or I mean, what do you think of this coral flower? So as you can see, now I'm going to put my rope so that this is what how you're gonna hang your wreath. And look at the back. Now there's that beautiful coral flower wreath. Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you very much for watching. Again, this is Ravelyn M. Whistler, owner, designer, and creator of Handmade with Love.